Actually, we do it white, because white is the best. Wait a minute. Now you have some pretty modern, luxurious, flagship level laundry boosting machines. You get the point. Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is Isaac, and welcome back to another Bloxburg video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a couple of build hacks that are tech related to make your builds even more realistic in a sense where you want to include more techie type furniture. This includes kitchen appliances, washing machines, and computers and monitors. So I'm going to be teaching you to do all of that. And yeah, enough with the talking. I don't want to waste any more time because there is a lot to cover. If you want to have some like smart home build hacks or some tech type furniture in your home, then you will certainly find this video at least somewhat interesting. So let's get right into this tutorial, shall we? First of all, a smart thermostat, the most easiest, simplest thing that just only involves a decal. So go to a wall, place it down. You want to go to your decorate tab in your decorations category, and you want to scroll down until you see taped photograph. Place it on the wall, and you want to make sure you have small placement on. Now press V on your keyboard or go to the scale tool button on the right side, and you want to scale it to its maximum width, and you want to kind of make sure it's like somewhere around here, maybe around $35 to $37 to scale it, and then just click the check mark. Then go to your structural items, and you want to go to the thin square beams selection, and you want to make a frame of beams just all around the perimeter of this photograph. Once you have done that, and also by the way, you want to make sure it's perfectly squared off, like no spaces, like you want to make sure it looks completely perfectly squared off. Once you've done that, you want to paint it a metal texture of medium stone gray, and just do it for all the rest of the items. And you want to make sure that the tape part of the photograph is medium stone gray in metal as well. To hide the fact that there is tape, you want to kind of stack these beams just accordingly like this, and it'll be gone. Now one problem is that there's a tiny space here, and if you don't like that, you don't like how there's a tiny space between the wall and the actual frame itself, you can always just place some small square beams and kind of just frame it around it. So you just want to place some more beams just around the entire contraption, you know, just to hide the fact there is a little bit of space in between. And once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to go to my 2021 Isaac Builds Decals Collection document, which will be linked in the description below. It gives you resources to all of my decals that I use in my builds. Look, I even give a decal for crediting me. So if you want to credit me, then you can use this decal, obviously. But yeah, there's a guide here. There's also a tutorial on how to place decals if you need help with that, obviously. So yeah, all of my decals linked in the description below, including the ones for painting frames. But for now, we're looking at the tech package category. And under the tech package, you want to click on either thermostat 1 or thermostat 2. But I would recommend thermostat 1. This one is the most up-to-date one, and I think looks better than the first one. So we're going to take a look at that. Just copy the code from the URL or from the document, and you want to paste it into the actual frame itself, and boom, now you have a smart touchscreen thermostat that looks like something you can use your fingers with. The next build hack involves a smart fridge, and it's kind of the same process basically, but it's a fridge instead of a wall. So what you want to do is you want to place down your fridge, obviously. For this particular build hack, I would recommend the Flex Freeze Fridge. Quality 8, reliability 6. Oh. Yeah, just place it down, and you want to get to your structural items, and you want to click on vertical plank. Not horizontal plank, vertical plank. This way we can actually place down the decal. But yeah, just place the beams somewhere where you have to place 3 of them, where there's a gap in between, but not tall enough where it needs to be fully like not overlapping. You see how it kind of overlaps, right? So yeah, just do that. And you want to paint it the same material as the fridge itself, so you just want to do whatever, I guess medium stone gray again with metal. That's the number one metallic-y type of texture. Metal and medium stone gray, hand in hand. Remember that. Now, same thing applies. Go to the taped photograph, click on it, place it down, and just kind of resize it. I guess the maximum size is fine. And you kind of want to reposition it, I guess sort of in the middle of the entire thingy here. Now, I would recommend Now from this point on, I'm going to place a small square beam kind of around it, just so I can kind of illustrate, maybe like a bezel if you will. Once you do that, you want to paint it medium stone gray as well. Oh, and you can absolutely paint this black, that's up to you. I am not stopping you from doing that. And if you are doing that, paint the tape part black and paint the back portion of the painting also black. Oh, and I guess we have to color the third plank as well. Beyond that, let's just resize it so it is sort of like in the entire thingy here. And let me just make sure it's more proportional to my decal, because my decal may be a bit stretched when you do this, alright? Just copy that code and paste it back into the picture frame right here. Pretty straightforward and easy build hack to do. As you see, now you have a smart fridge that looks like a smart fridge. This next build hack involves some custom washing machines. A also relatively simple concept to manifest, and it basically just involves cubes and washing machines. Now, don't be cheap, okay? Don't be cheap with the washing machines, alright? I'm gonna tell you that, alright? That includes adding a laundry room to your house, cause I know cause you know, yeah, I'm guilty. Sometimes I do forget that washing machines do exist in this game, and I kind of forget to add a laundry room in a few of my builds. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't just completely ignore like laundry in general. We have to do laundry. We have to do the folding of clothes, the folding of just cloth and fabric, so we can have clean clothes every day. What am I saying? This sounds like some chore propaganda. Propaganda? What am I saying? I'm literally running out of things to say. Basically, grab a washing machine, dryer or washer, doesn't matter. You kind of want to place them kind of like in a diagonal pattern right here, okay? Because this will make it easier to kind of make the base of the shape that you are going to be scaling down. Press V again, or the scale tool, and you kind of want to match up to the width and the depth of the actual washing machine, and just kind of paint it the same color. Actually, we're gonna use smoky gray metal. Mwah, beautiful. Actually, we do it white, because white is the best. Wait a minute. White, we're doing that. Alright, so yeah, just make sure that it's pretty much a similar length and depth. This seems to be pretty satisfactory. Don't mind with the curvature in the front. We can't help that. But yeah, basically, all it involves is just making sure that when you do scale it, it is up to the bottom portion of this point of the circle on the laundry machine. That's gonna be kind of hard, but I think right there is a good estimate. Place another cube, and you want to resize this to thinner body so it's easier to place the machine onto the cube. Kind of extrude it outwards. But make sure when you do scale it, don't make it too thin, or else it won't extrude outward to where it would be presentable and visible. Make sure you stick it out enough so it just barely covers the circular rim of the washing machine. You can just test this by placing it on. And once you've done this, you can now scale the object higher and wider, just to make sure that it is all completely covered. And now, what you can do is you want to grab some vertical planks. Just kind of want to place it around, nope, horizontal planks actually, right? Yeah, horizontal planks works well for some reason, don't know why. Bloxburg's weird sometimes, you know. Do a medium stone gray texture with the metal material. Place it on top of it and place it at the bottom. I mean, you know what? That's gonna be kind of hard. Actually, you know what? Just for the bottom part, just put a regular small square beam. It pretty much works the same, almost. Now you want to paint this middle portion a black color. And now what you want to do is you want to go to your thin square beam, and you want to place a handle on the side of it. The handle doesn't have to be too long, though if you do want it longer, I absolutely understand. And now, we just copy it over again, and then, bam! Now you have some pretty modern, luxurious, flagship level laundry boosting machines. I mean, you get the point. And you can stack it. You can stack it again. You can place it next to each other, just to, you know, make a laundromat. Make like a luxuriously awesome laundromat. Plank at the bottom of this. Oh, we did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. There we go. Now it looks more better. Now it looks more clean. So yeah, now you have some pretty modern, some pretty enticing washing machines. Functionality over design. I mean, we're still, you know, using the machine. It doesn't change the fact that we can still click on the bed or click on the machine that is being blocked by a cube, and still use it. Like, we're still using it. That's functionality, all right? It's I mean, you know, custom stuff may seem kind of weird sometimes when it comes to Bloxburg and how they interact with its objects. Like, this doesn't look functional at all, right? That looks weird. But we can still do laundry. Like, that's the main takeaway here. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's just cancel the laundry room. Now let me show you how to make an M1 iMac, the 2021 iMac design. This is just going to be a monitor. So it's not functional, but it does look great. So I'm going to be showing you one of the ways you can make a monitor in your house. So this is going to be based off the Macintosh, and you want to place a cube like what I'm doing on screen, and you want to place another cube on top of that, resize it. Now you want to place the bottom cube to be just a color that the iMacs would be. The bottom monitor stand should be a white, and the bezel should also be white. And now you want to place a vertical plank and paint it to be metal, and a material metal, and then the really black color. And you want to place another vertical plank just kind of in the middle of it, or kind of where it is like enough so where it could look like there's a white bezel around it, and voila, look at that. And now you have pretty much the foundations you need to make the M1 iMac. And that's all there is to it. I mean, there's really nothing else you can say. I mean, if you do want it to have an extruding monitor where the monitor stand is actually in the back of it, basically all you need to do is you just need to place a transparent cube underneath this portion right here, the bigger part, and then place the monitor stand just behind it. But I don't really like transparent cubes, so yeah, that's really up to you, honestly. Though if you do want a monitor that is physically turned on with the screen itself on and like visible with the wallpaper on it, let me show you how to do that. So the easiest thing to do when it comes to making a monitor screen inside Bloxburg is just to get another cube, alright? Just a basic cube. You want to place it down like this. This could be the width of the stand if you really wanted to, but I mean, yeah. And then you want to go to your decorations category. You want to go to the search bar and type in painting. You want to go to plain paintings, the second one on the left side, and you want to click on plain square painting. Place it kind of in the middle of the cube. Resize it down to the same proportions that would be kind of like a YouTube thumbnail size. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of really how you do it, honestly. That's the most simplistic way to do this. If you really wanted to, you can add a beam around the perimeter of the entire shape, just so that there is some like bezel to it, because if you don't like the bezel-less look, since most monitors aren't that way in real life, realistically you can just place these small square beams around it, paint it black, black metal. Could also be like a dark stone gray texture, I suppose. And paste a decal in it to where it is a wallpaper setup. Look at that. That's my wallpaper setup. It says "Good morning, Isaac." This is a direct screenshot from my desktop back in like, well, April 4th, obviously. Or you could also do Mac if you like Macintoshes. If you like the iMac, then you can also do that as well. But yeah, I mean, that's how you make a monitor. It's pretty simple, honestly. For keyboard setup though, I mean, really, I would just use probably a cutting board and do the 3 beams across it, just like I did with the Apple Store. Probably not the best choice. Though these days, if we are talking about keyboards, I think these days I can do a better keyboard, I guess. Just take another cube, resize it, paint it white since this has a wallpaper of a Macintosh on it. Go to the vent, the pattern vent, and you want to place the patterned floor vent on top of the cube, and you want to paint it white as well. Actually smooth plastic. And actually, you could also just skip the entire cube itself, just so it could be more realistic. You can also resize the entire thing to be like a wider length. if you have like a custom keyboard type thing you want going on here. And you can put a soap, just a bar of soap, as your mouse. Just paint this, just paint the dish the same material as the desk so it's less noticeable, and paint the round soap white or whatever color you want your mouse to be. And bam, there you go. You have a Mac setup. Look at that. You have a computer setup now. If you don't like this like gritty pattern texture, as again, you could just do the same thing I did with the cubes and the 3 thin square beams across the cube itself. But I mean, I feel like this might be more symbolic toward an actual keyboard. But again, that's just me. That's really up to you on how you want to picture this desk. And let's go back to the wallpaper for Windows. But let's talk about let's talk about a computer, shall we? An actual computer tower. And that in itself is actually going to be a separate video because this footage is 27 minutes long. Like this specific footage, like if I go back here, 28 minutes actually. So I'm gonna have to do that as a separate tutorial, but I hope some of these smaller detailed items did help you in the long run. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's pretty much going to be the smart techie items here today. Just so that you don't miss the PC tutorials, the different types of styles of them, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so that way you don't miss out on tutorials, because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of these this month. So yeah, anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.